I'm Vanessa and welcome to my channel, and in today's video I'm going to talk about racism and my experience. So I thought I'd do this video because I've seen some couple of people doing it, and for the past month something has happened, and it will be nice to talk about it. So I thought it would be interesting to share everyone's experiences. So yeah. I've lived in two countries. I've lived in Spain and England. I was born and raised in Spain, and at the age of 12 I moved here to England. So I've experienced racism in both of the places, but differently kind of. So I'm just gonna compare them and to tell you about what I've been through. And yeah, so where should I start? My racism experience started in primary school, so quite early, and I say it started in year 3. And in my school, I went to a very private, rich, expensive school. So it was like the best school in my city. Obviously this happened in Spain, and my mom had money to afford it and everything, so it was fine. So in year 3 I started to get racist comments, and they used to compare me with things that were black. And they looked at me weirdly. There were 5,000 students, and out of those 5,000 students there would only be 6 people that were black. In my year there was 3, including me. There was a mixed race guy, and there was another black girl, and me. And out of all 3, I was the African girl, the most black, they would call it. I was the most black girl. That's what would they say, because the black kid was mixed race, but when you meet mixed race people like white and black Afghans, but they have really dark skin tones. He was kind of that kind of person. You could tell by the hair that he was mixed race, but not by the skin color or anything like that. And the other girl, she was a black girl adopted by white parents, so she was almost like a white girl, they would say, because she was wearing white hair. She left her natural hair out like white people. She cut it short because she cut it short. Yeah, she didn't wear weaves or plaits or anything like that like African people would do. So I was like the proper black girl in that. That's what would they say. So out of the 3 people, I was the one experiencing racist, and there were 3 black people there. So I was the only one. So they used to compare me with things that were black, and they started off calling me a black olive. So I was crying when they called me that, because it's not nice to people to compare you with things. So they called me black olive, and 3 boys were insulting me, and one of those boys was that mixed race guy. So I reported to that teacher, and I told them they were insulting me, they were being racist to me. Obviously it was a very Catholic rich school, so no discrimination was allowed. So I reported it, and the teacher told me, who discriminated you? And I told the kids, and one of the kids obviously was the mixed race guy, and he told me, he discriminated you? And I was like, yeah. She was like, I don't understand, because he's black as well, so why the hell will you discriminate another black person? So it was just stupid. And he used to justify himself, saying, I'm not really black. My mom is white, so he kind of justified himself like that. So it was just really disgusting. So that is how I experienced. After that, obviously it was a very Catholic school, so they literally minimized any kind of discrimination. So that was the comments. Those comments were cancelled after that. after I reported it. So, I was a shy girl, really quiet. So, people pick on me very well. And it was alright after that. I lived in a very rough, dirty area with very, very, very naughty kids. When I mean naughty kids, I mean naughty kids that would go on people's roofs and smash windows. That's the kind of area I lived. I started living there since I was 1, and I left that area when I was 12 when I came to this country. So, there were very, very discriminating people out there. They would just look at you very disgustingly with dirty looks. They would call you a black thing, like the black girl is coming. Like everybody knew my name. Obviously, it's a small area, so everybody knows everything about each other. So they knew my name, but instead of calling me Vanessa, they would just call me the black girl. And there were other black people there. I'll say there were about 6 people, 7 black people there. So, it was just really, really disgusting. So I got picked on really, really badly because I was shy and quiet. People just took that opportunity to push me, um, insult me, shout in the street, saying, "Oh my God, the black girl is coming." You know, that made me feel different, which you shouldn't. I know I'm different, but don't make me feel like I am. They never included me in anything. So it was just really disgusting. I went to my mom started experiencing some financial difficulties. So I had to leave the private school and I went to a different school which was near to my area. But I could get the bus 7 minutes. So I went to the school and one of the naughty kids went to that school, so that wasn't nice to see. He was one of the kids who also picked on me. So, I wanted to mingle with the girls and the girls were like, alert, a black girl's here. So, it wasn't nice. I heard that and, obviously I wasn't welcomed. And there was like a Moroccan girl and she was part of that girl's group. She was diverse and she didn't say anything. She was almost like laughing. She was, I know, a black girl is here. She was almost like laughing. I was like, but she kind of got away with it because she's white. But she's diverse as well. Because she's not Spanish. You know what I mean? So it was really embarrassing. So, I went there and I experienced picking on me. At the same time, I was shy and quiet, so people just picked on me all the time, and it was really annoying. So I went to year six. Obviously, in Spain, if you fail, you don't go to the same year. You stay in the same year. For example, if I get good grades, I may move up to year 7. But if I get bad grades, I will stay in year 7, and my mates will go on to another year. Did I explain myself right? Basically, if you fail, you don't move. You don't go to the next year. And there were people that were 14 years old in year 6. So there were big lads. So there was a big lad, and he was very, 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 very racist. So he had an idea of there's not such a thing as black people. Everyone is white. The reason why there is black people in this world because they're dirty. You just need to give them a wash. That's what he had in mind. So I sat on the table, and it's something normal that we did in class. When the teacher didn't arrive, we sat on tables, and there was a black pen board stain on the table. So I came down the table when the teacher arrived, and he screamed to everyone saying, I told you, look at the black stain. Black people are just dirty. He shouted that in front of everyone. Literally, it was the most embarrassing thing that happened in my life, and the worst racist comment ever. He wasn't just racist, he insulted my race calling me dirty and calling everyone else that was black dirty. It was just awful. I was like, how can you say that? And he knows that that's not true. Like, like I have a shower every single day and this color never goes out. So why would you say they're just dirty and they need just a wash to get rid of that color and they will all be white again? That's what he had in mind. Like, it was so disgusting. I was crying. And the fact that he shouted to everyone, like every people were laughing. Some people were shocked that he said it. Like me, I was shocked. So when running downstairs, I told the principal, and the only thing that they did was, all right, okay, apologize to Vanessa for what you said. Sorry, I apologize, Vanessa. That's the thing that happened. Apology. And that was it. I was like, someone says something like that and the only thing happens is a stupid, dumb apology. I was like, right, okay, alright. They only take action when it's physical thing, but when it's something verbal, they don't take action. And please, like, mental health awareness, we know that words can actually kill someone. And apology, that was the worst racist comment that someone has told me in my life, in my actual life. He wasn't only racist, he insulted my race and my colour, calling me dirty. So, just an apology. He apologized. After that, he treated me nicely. He was trying to be friendly, and I was like, you being friends to me? I was like, don't be friendly, man. That's not gonna work. But, I was nice to him because I've always been a nice girl. So, as I said, there were big people in my class and in the other year's classes because there's people who repeat class. So, there was another girl who repeated and she lived in the naughty area where I live. So, I know her very well. So, she sat on my table, not on my table, on my room, on my classroom when it's not her classroom. So, and she stayed there for a long time. And I told her nicely, can you go back to your class? Like, you're sitting on the table here and, it's not your class, so don't sit here. And I told her nicely, and she came to me and she said, why the hell will I go out, you black thing? She literally, I don't know what's wrong with people calling you a thing and a black thing. Like, she just called me a black thing. So, and I was like, I was looking at her body and I was like, oh, okay, what can I pick on her? She had really bad acne. So, I decided to attack her that. And I was like, right, don't call me black thing and look at your acne. It's so bad that, your face looks like a disaster. Now, I'm experiencing acne, so back then I wasn't. But, it's not nice to pick on people's features, and at the end I did it too. Like, but I'm not justifying what I said was right, but I didn't know what to do or what to say. So when I said that to her, she got offended. So she used a palm of hand and pushed my head back. So I got really angry and I put her hair down and fight started. She grabbed me on my waist and I was just continuing pulling her. Obviously she was bigger, she was fatter. I was just very slim. Back then I was slim. So I was a slim girl and I was short and she was tall and big. So she grabbed my waist and I was just fighting her. I was just putting her away. So obviously because she was bigger than me, she fell on top of me and I was under her. The teacher had to separate us. We went to principal's office and she goes, why did you start the fight? And I was telling her, she was on my classroom, she sat on the table and she was racist to me. And she's like, there is no excuse for what you lot did. It was blah blah, it was disgusting. You had a fight, blah 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 blah. I'm thinking that I may kick you both out of the school. So I was like, kicking me out for what? She attacked me first. So if someone slaps you, you're just gonna stare. I was like, I'm not gonna stare, I'm gonna do something back. And I was like, I was thinking, that boy, what he made the racist comment ever to me and you ask him to apologize to me, and that's it. You don't do nothing to that kid. I have a fight with this girl because she sat on my table, the table of my classroom, and she was racist to me back. She physically hit me, and you expect me to be like that and not react. Obviously, I had to hit her back because she hit me first. So, she was like, I'm tempting to kick you both out. I was like, right, okay. She called our parents. Obviously, they weren't mad because they were like, alright, you fight a girl. Alright, you had your reasons. I was like, yeah. So, no beef with my parents. And she thought about it. She was like, alright, okay, I'm not going to kick you both out, but let it be the first and last time that you both fight in my school. And I was like, oh, okay. As I said, they take action when it's physically, when we are physically violent. But when we are verbally violent, no action is taken. No action. And I was like, wow. That boy that said that ugly racist comment was 10 times worse than what I did. I didn't do nothing to that kid, and I was considered to be kicked out from school for a fight. For a fight, a girl hit me first. Like, the girl hit me first. You don't expect me to do nothing. So that was sorted. But the next day, I don't know what happened to me, but I was shitting myself. So she was bullshitting. She was saying I punched her, I did this to her. The only thing that hurt was my bum because she fell on top of me and I fell on the floor. And obviously the floor was really solid, so my bum hurted. She was bullshitting, saying, "Oh, I hit her hard. I punched her. I kicked her in her belly." And I was like, "What the fuck is this bitch lying?" And I was saying to people, "That's not true." So she went. Obviously, we live in the same area, so we're gonna see each other every single day. So she told her gangster friends, her naughty friends, that she had a fight with this black girl, and she goes, "All right, okay." So her friends came up to me saying, "You had a fight with her?" And I go, "Yeah." I go, "Why?" And she explained me the situation, and I explained stuff to her, and she goes, "All right, okay. Let it be the last time you fight her, because if you fight again, you'll have to mess with me." So that girl, her gangster friend, was literally threatening me, saying, "Don't fight her again, because if you fight her, you're gonna mess with me." Even though that girl started the fight, I was like, alright, okay. But I don't know what people expected me to do. Like, I thought people expected me to do nothing, and people thought I wasn't gonna do nothing because people knows me as the quiet, shy girl. But for the first time, I was able to stick up for myself. I defended myself, and I had to fight if I had to, and I fought, and I was proud of that. I don't know how the hell I was capable to do it, but I did it. Summer school. I went to summer school. Summer school was rough. The summer school was in my area, so other bad people went in there. Again, people picking on you, pushing you, doing stuff that they shouldn't do, call you black again and again, and just give really naughty comments on you. And there was this girl. Obviously, when I was young, I had really big boobs, and I still have big boobs. And there was this girl. She came up to me, and she just wanted to start a fight with me. And she was like, and she was with her twin sisters, and there were like two girls behind her, and I had like a top like this, showing my chest but not showing my boobs. My boobs were covered, but I was showing my chest. So she came up to me, and she was almost like she wanted to pick up a fight with me. And I remember saying to her, "Leave me alone, don't come up to me." And she was picking up. She wanted to fight. She was like, "You want to fight, girl? Come on, you want to fight? You want to fight with me?" And I didn't want it to fight because I'm not a fighter girl. So everyone was obsessed with my boobs. Like, everyone was like asking me, "Did you have surgery?" And I was like, "How can a 12-year-old girl have surgery? Are you dumb?" Like, it was so stupid. So she took her hand, she pulled my top, and everyone saw my boobs in public. And she was laughing, and I was with my mate, and I cried home. And it's just awful, it's just awful. Someone just pull your top down to see your boob and embarrass you. This girl wanted to embarrass me in public, and she did it. And I went crying home, and my dad was there. She said, "What's going on?" And I'm like, one girl just like, she picked on me. I didn't tell him all the details because I can't tell her, like, she pulled my top and she saw my boobs. So she was like, "Oh my God, let's go, Vanessa, let's go. I'm going to tell her something." And at the end, I was like, "Oh my God, my dad is going to go after her." But at the end, he thought it better. He was like, he asked me, "Why did you not defend yourself?" I'm like, "What do you want me to do?" I was like, "I want you to do something, Vanessa. You're always crying. You're always this. You're not defending yourself. People are taking you for granted." And he was angry with me. And, I feel a little bit like, he's got a point. I'm not defending myself. I'm not doing anything. And they're picking on me. And it was just awful. And I didn't do nothing. Like, nothing. I tell this story to people, and people are like, "You were a shy girl." And I was like, shy, quiet. People would pick on me. People would push me on walls, and I would not do nothing. I was the girl that always reported to the teachers, but the teacher were like, "Ignore, ignore, ignore." So it's not nice. The teachers were fed up of me. Like, they were literally fed up because I was the only girl who reported stuff when they were done to me. Like, they were fed up. But, if I was a teacher and I saw the same girl report to me every single time that they're doing stuff to her, I would have done something. I would have reacted. Oh my God, this must be deep. They're literally attacking it every single day. But no, I was reporting every single day, and the teachers were fed up with me because I was reporting. So I stopped reporting. I just took everything. Obviously, things happen in the streets. I lived in a rough area, so when you live in a rough area, you don't have no one to report to you. So you just have to deal with it. New black man came in. He lived in the same. He was my neighbor. New black boy. He was like 1 year older than me. So the way to not experience racism in that area is to be pretty, have a talent, or be a naughty kid like them. And he started behaving naughty to them. So when those kids used to bully me, when those kids used to pick on me, he used to join them and pick on me too, and laugh at me and be racist to me. Even though he was black, he should be supporting me and defending me. But he didn't want it to be attacked, because he knew if he was gonna be on my side, he was gonna get racist, he was gonna get attacked. So he decided to just be nasty to me again. And I was like, alright, okay, I need to deal with this again. And it was just awful, because you think black people would support you, and they don't. So I've never liked mingling with black people. Never, ever, ever. So it was just awful to see a black person picking on you. So it was awful. I went to high school, started year 7. If you know, or if you remember, there was an pandemic in Africa called Ebola, and it was just a disease that happened there. It's almost like the coronavirus that's happening. It didn't go global or pandemic like corona. So people used to scream, shout, and say my name. Ebola, Ebola, Ebola. Oh my God, have you got Ebola? It was so bad at high school, because there were the year 10s picked me and used to say, "Oh my God, that girl's got Ebola, don't go near her, man." And they used to make fun of that, and it was so embarrassing, because I was in year 7. I came on September, and I started getting picked on October, like, and so on. And the the year 10s were near the door. They always drank and stayed on the door, so you had to go through that door to go to your class. So I would meet them, and they'll be like, "Ebola, Ebola, 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 Ebola." And I didn't report it, because I didn't report anything when I was in high school. I didn't report anything. I just like kind of did my own thing. And in my area, rough naughty area, they find out about the Ebola thing. So every single time I went out, they would scream Ebola. They would scream, "Oh my God, Vanessa's got the Ebola! Run!" That's what they would do. It's almost like, for example, I'm here and there's a Chinese person right there, and I'm gonna shout, "Oh my God, the coronavirus! She's got the coronavirus! Everyone run away!" It was basically the same thing. So it would be so embarrassing to go out, and this was only done to me, no one else. So it was just horrible, and I was scared to go out. I was scared to go to school. I was scared, literally my first day of high school, and I was already scared. I was scared to go to high school. I was scared to go out. When my mom told me go and do shopping, I would literally track my route. I'll be checking, oh, what side should I go? Should I go this side? So I don't meet the boys. So they won't say Ebola and shout my name. And when they shouted Ebola, everyone would turn around because they screamed at it. So it was just awful, awful, awful to experience that. These all happened in Spain. So Spain experience with racism is awful. And this is because there's not a lot of black people in Spain. There's only two types of black people: Nigerians and Senegals or Mali. And those are kind of people are there. So I moved into here. I continued high school. There were about 300 people in that high school, and there were about six black people. I went to a private school with 5,000 people, and there were six black people. And I went to England to a small high school with 300 people, and there are six black people. So I was like, wow. So obviously, because my experience with black people in Spain and everything, because of my experience, and obviously I've experienced black people be racist to me in Spain. So I hated black people. So when I went to Spain, there was a lot of black people there. So I was like, oh my God. When I went to Spain, when I went to UK, there was black people. So I wasn't liking it. So I remember when I came to high school, my first day, a black girl approached me, and I was like, for fuck's sake. A black girl approached me, and I was like, I didn't tell her to her face. I was in my mind, why the hell do you need to come to me because I'm black? I didn't say it directly to her. I was just in my mind. And, she was being so nice to me. We had our ups and downs, but, she was such a cool girl, and I really like her. And, we're still mates right now, but I remember the first time she came to me, running up to me, because, I think I was the only black girl in her year. So there was two black people. There was a guy and her, and including me, three. So she saw a black girl, so she wanted to have friends. She wanted to be friends with me. I was like, because my experience with black people in Spain wasn't good, so I immediately judged her. But it was nice, and she's still my friend right now. So we don't talk much, but if I see her on the street, I say hi. But she was a nice girl, and I treated her a little bit shit at some point. So didn't experience a lot of racism when I came to England. So it was alright, and I started college, and I decided to go to a nursing course called PMP, and it was just a nursing course in school, and we could work in the NHS as a healthcare assistant, and it was volunteering. I had to do it for 4 months, and if you do it for 4 months, you would get a permanent contract as bank in the health industry in the NHS as a healthcare assistant. And I was like, oh yeah, I want to work I want to work there. So I went there. So the teacher, the person who did the program and everything, was explaining the things, but doing activities. I was talking. I was, very vibrant. I was answering questions. I was taking part. So there's nothing wrong. So there was 4 groups, and there was a group from the corner that was not speaking. They were not doing nothing. And the teacher was like, You need to speak up. To be a nurse, you need really good communication skills. I was like, yes, you need good communication skills. And I was speaking loads. So, I was like, I'm doing great, blah, blah, blah. So, time to go. They gave us a piece of paper and it was just a consent form to sign. So, when I wanted to go home, I forgot the piece of paper, and the teacher or the program leader gave it to me saying, "Why did you forget this?" And I'm like, "Oh, I just forgot. I didn't mean to forget it." I was like, "You shouldn't be forgetting." I was like, "All right, okay." So I took it, and the next day, my teacher from college told me, "Vanessa, you've been kicked out from the course, from the nursing course." And I was like, "Why?" She goes, "Apparently you forgot something, and you came with really bad hygiene." I was like, "What?" I was like, "Okay." I came with really bad hygiene. My mates were next to me, and I wasn't thinking. It is true that I was wearing a top, I was showing my chest, and maybe a little bit of cleavage, but that's all. I wasn't dirty or anything. So she was like, "I understand from a long day of school, a long day of college, you might come a little bit sweaty." I was like, "I wasn't sweaty, I was fine." But obviously, that lady who did the course, she couldn't kick me out for forgetting the piece of paper, so she decided to put as well poor hygiene, so she can justify herself for kicking me out. Because obviously she couldn't say she forgot the paper, that's why we kick her out. I got kicked out from that court nursing course because I forgot the paper and because I was black. I was talking, I was taking part on every single activity. There was a group of people that were not talking, and the person was telling the program leader or the teacher was telling them, to be a good nurse, you need to have really good communication skills. So start talking. And they didn't get kicked out, but I did. I did. I was like, right, okay. I went crying. And she was like, the teacher was talking to me saying, what the teacher from college, she kind of runs, she didn't run it, but she was kind of like aware of everything. So she was talking to me saying, "Why are you crying?" "Because I told you about the bad hygiene." And I was like, "I'm not crying about that. I'm crying because I did everything. Like, I work as a healthcare assistant in care homes. So out of everyone, I have the most experience, and I'm the first one to go out. Why?" And my mates from college were like, she was being racist. I was like, I know. I told my mom. My mom immediately told me, "That woman, she was racist to you." And I was like, I know. At the beginning, I didn't want to believe that was racism, but it just had to be. So my mom was like, "Next week, turn up again to the course." And I was like, "I can't turn up again. I'll be kicked out." I was like, "You had to turn up, Vanessa. You need to turn up." And I was like, when it comes to racism, my mom is very like onto it. Like, she won't tolerate nothing. She will fight onto her right. And I'm a person like, I let go, and I shouldn't be that kind of girl. So she was like, "Vanessa, go to the course, turn every single day to that course until it's finished. Like, you've signed a consent form, they've gave you uniform, so they gave you uniform, so that just shows." And all this happened before she gave me uniform. So if I thought I was really bad, she wouldn't have given me that uniform, but she gave me uniform. I was like, right, okay. So that just to show that sometimes racism can make you lose opportunities, like I did in that nursing course. So it was just shit, but it was just horrible. But things happened and happens. I've experienced racism in both sides, Spain, England, but I guess Spain is much worse in terms of here. So I thought racism was cool here until I started going to college and went to that nursing course, and I was like, "Oh my gosh, racism still happens in England." But it's less it's less discrimination in England than in Spain, and that's because in England there's diversity, and there's a lot and a lot of black people, and in Spain there's no diversity and there's not a lot of black people, so you're more likely to experience racism there a lot more than in England. So yeah, that was my experience, and I wanted to share that. And yeah, so it's nice to let everything go. So yeah, see you later in my next video. Bye.